Good morning. It is 60 Seconds to Serenity with me, Gregg Hammond. And today is Wednesday, November 15th, 2017. And I'm beginning the 60 Seconds to Serenity, my own serenity, with the breath in, our serenity breath. Doing the breath just like waves coming in on a nice sandy beach. Nice calm waves coming in. And I'm doing this as everybody is starting to hop on to see our video. Good morning, Carol. Good morning, Vincent. I'm using the serenity breath to bring myself into a calm mind, although I woke with a calm mind because before I went to sleep I did the serenity breath. So there's my morning chimes. Your morning chimes as well. This morning I'm reflecting on gratitude for different things. I have my list that I will write out. If you need one of these lists, check for the link. I post it in different videos. Some of these videos I'm here every morning, so if you are just tuning in and you're seeing this video and you're not familiar with what I'm doing, it's just 60 Seconds to Serenity with me, Gregg Hammond, talking about the tools that you have available and available to you to use for 60 seconds to hit serenity, hit a place of serenity, a calmness of mind, because that is a superpower. We're talking about building the habit of using the tools available to you so that you can control the way that you're responding instead of reacting to all kinds of stuff that you have go on in the day. And you start off your day like this. You've begun your day with responding to yourself and your day, and a responsibility to all the people that you will come into contact with and interact with throughout the day. Is you will be this very calm presence. And if you're in the middle of the busy life that can happen, whenever those things trigger emotions inside you, such as people saying things that are impolite or not being their lack of awareness interfering with a flow of your day, you can let these tools be right there to shift you to that place, and then you can become a very strong, positive beacon of love energy coming to them, and also insulating yourself in a way. And we definitely need it with all the challenging things that we see in the world. If you have a TV, I recommend keeping it off unless you're watching a documentary about improving your life or something scientific. But the general news is, they thrive on mostly negative news, and so you don't want to have that. So remove the news that could come in to your senses. Use your 60 seconds to serenity, your breathing and your affirmations, and you're thinking about your gratitude. Thinking about your list of things that you're grateful for. And I'll talk about some of these things on the list. This is from yesterday, and I wrote my list with my non-dominant hand, meaning I used my left hand to write. And the exercise that we're all doing together, if you choose to do that, and I encourage you to do it, is to write out just these simple things. Write your name, first and last name, print it, and then the day, and then the month, and the number of the month, the calendar, and then 2017, So you have your year. I put the time, 6:25. That was on. This is the example day that I used, and that's my non-dominant hand. I practice this exercise a lot, so my handwriting is better than when I first started. And the purpose of this exercise is to understand that feeling that you get, the discomfort, the challenge, and what happens in the unconscious part of your mind where you want to stop writing with your non-dominant hand because all the just monitor that. What happens inside your mind? How does it feel? And this is a short little thing to write out. We added in the time of the sunrise, like sunrise and sunset. If you do this twice a day, that was the exercise that that's how far we've moved along in the exercise. So on the gratitude list, right, we're talking about 60 seconds to serenity, which happens with just a little bit of breathing. You're focused on your breath, sounding like waves gently coming in on a nice island beach where they stretch for a while and then they recede back out. And you want your breathing to be controlled like that as you're thinking about it, and observe how quickly that shifts, whether you're able to continue doing that or whether within 3 breaths you've stopped. And you're not trying to breathe giant breaths in and out. It's more of the calm, gentle breath, but they are very deep. And you'll notice that it becomes, as you exercise this, it becomes more and more. They have greater depth in how much air you can take in and how long you can let that air release from inside. And just an overall process there. We're adding in all of these things that we're grateful for. And you can think about that as you bring that into your consciousness and you think about that and you are focusing on things that you're grateful for. You are very conveniently starting to add enough in there of the positive. You can remove some of those and replace the things that tend to pop into your mind. A lot of people don't even realize that they have unconscious programs running in their mind where it's just it is a training that it just happens in society where people say self debilitating negative things just kind of as like to be humble, and it's not a very productive exercise. You want to be replacing things like that, whether you're conscious of them or not. You just want to fill it in with all of this very positive stuff. So on my list, I'd put down my gratitude stone, which I was showing you guys the other day. This stone I found out here in one of the places that I like to walk, out by the river. And it's very smooth on one side, and the other side's a little bit bumpy, but this would be a great stone for skipping across the water. But as I held it, as I put it into my hand, I realized it fit right in my hand, into the palm of my hand, just about as if it came from there. And when I realized it, I was like, oh, this feels so comfortable. And this has become my gratitude stone, where I hang on to it, push my hand in there, and just a physical feeling. I connect a physical response, physical awareness. I can feel the cool, flat sides of the stone in between the palms of my hand. It fits right in there. And as I do that, I put that together with the things that I'm grateful for. So one of the things on here I put down was the garbage collection crew, and I've talked about that. I like to pop out there on the Monday when they come in and offer them $1 or $2 and something to drink. And now that it's starting to become much colder, I'm going to switch that over to something that's warmer, because I know that would make a difference. But if you don't have something to hand to the garbage collection people, the best thing is a smile, and also the two words, thank you. So a smile and thank you is a tremendous thing. Lots of people don't do that for the garbage collection people, and you repeat that. We're talking about the power of the repetition. Repeat that every time that you see them, and it's amazing the difference. When they see you, they just you wouldn't have to smile and say thank you. They would just automatically, when they see you and they see your face and you coming along, they will smile. It will be that thing that brightens their morning. So I like to pop out and say thank you to them and offer them a little something. And the keep smiling concentric ring. As I'm smiling and I'm saying thank you to them, they're smiling. And then as they go through their day, smiling garbage collection people totally change other people's day, because people think, well, how can those garbage collection people be so happy? And it's a concentric ring. So all of that comes from the number 5 on my gratitude list, right? Garbage collection crew. I'm grateful for them. They're out there in the cold, they're out there in the heat and the rain, and they are doing that job, which if you even wonder just how important that is, leave your garbage inside your house. Put it in your bedroom. Every time, instead of putting it outside, put the garbage in your bedroom, and you realize that it's very nice to be able to put that out there and have that service of collecting that from where they collect it at your house. So the gratitude stone, the garbage collection crew, 930 Club is a music venue here in Washington, D.C., and they just opened up another location, and I just saw Bob Dylan play there last night. He did an amazing job, and so I'm grateful for the music venue of the 930 Club and their satellite Southwest club anthem, because I can go see live music and experience that with thousands of people. And the power of music is something that I talk about all the time, and that's the idea behind the Global Jam for Peace. If you want a Global Jam for Peace magnet for your refrigerator or somewhere where you can stick it, leave me a message. And also, if you would like a full sticker, I can include that. I love it if you help me out with postage, but I've decided that that's not necessary. Sometimes it's just something that's, if that's holding you back, don't let it. Just get me a message and I'll send it out. So another thing that I am thankful for is reflexology shoes. I have shoes that have small little circles, spring-loaded, and I put my feet into those, and as I walk, it massages and pushes in a very therapeutic way the bottom of my feet. And there's so much about reflexology that is overlooked or not talked about as far as health goes. And taking care of you helps you with the power of your calm mind and the power of your serenity. Some of the things that you can do to take care of yourself: vitamin C, time-released vitamin C, and it goes through your system pretty quickly. Here's my water bottle. I drink 1 to 2 of these throughout the day, depending on how busy my day is, but it's usually close to 2. On days when I only consume 1, I know that I'm low. So the power of taking care of yourself, things like that are easy to put into your routine. If you need to, just you have technology to set a reminder. You can set a calendar reminder. You can set a reminder on your phone, an alarm. You can set, you write it on the calendar. You can leave yourself a sticky note. There are a lot of different ways to remind yourself about the things that you want to do for your self-care, right? Which is all tying into the power of your Serenity, your 60 seconds to Serenity, becomes stronger and stronger. This tool that we are building and working on here is the tool that will shift you right into a calm mind and a serene mind so that you can respond to things in your environment happening and respond in a very sensible and positive way. When somebody says something, one of the great things about technology I'm extremely thankful for, the ability to broadcast and do this, and it's a fantastic thing. And social media is one of those things that allows us to connect with people we never would have connected with, and to share our experiences and to build a community of like-minded people. But it also has the downside, or it has the opportunity for education and awareness building, where something posted by somebody, it could be a simple sentence like, yeah, that's real funny. And I said it with a particular inflection. It could be taken so many different ways, and based on what's going on in your unconscious mind that you're not necessarily aware of, you can read something and think that it means something totally different. And the 60 seconds to Serenity tool is the perfect tool to apply right at something like that. Say you see something and somebody posts something and says, that's really funny, thanks for posting. And it could be in response to something, and you may say, the unconscious program may tell you that it was offensive, or somebody posts something that is definitely offensive, and instead of reacting to that and trying to type something or making a big long paragraph and reaction to it, respond to it. And the way to respond is not to respond right there, but to take your 60 seconds to Serenity tools and breathe in and then breathe out, and that slow, controlled breath, and go right to something like, for me, at 9:30 Club. All the shows I've seen at 9:30 Club, fantastic concerts. And I am specific about, when, a particular band or show, things that I really enjoyed about it. I played on the stage, so for me, it's I have that as two specific different dates where I played my own original music in front of a big crowd on a stage, where I played on the night after Willie Nelson. Willie played Thursday, I played a Friday night, and that club, they treated me as if I was Willie Nelson. So I think about that staff and how they treated me, and my band, my friends, my bandmates, how they treated us, how I felt when I was on the stage, watching so many smiling faces, see me get to experience being up on that stage. And I locked right into that as I'm breathing. I'm like, and thinking about how cool that was, and that's a personal achievement or a reward to me for all the time that I practiced. And that feeling is my, yes, great feeling. And it's out of my gratitude. So I'm doing my breathing and then thinking about the 9:30 Club and playing that show. Another one that pops into my mind is that connects to another memory, which is a good one. And so I'm intentionally locking right into that. I got to play with Dweezil Zappa. So I see him on the stage near me, both of us playing. I see it in my mind, him smiling, that memory, and the 9:30 Club memory. Those two are like these joyous musical performance memories. I'm tying that with my breath. And then, after 60 to 90 seconds, I go back and look at the post and say, they probably didn't mean it in a way that was like that, or if they did, so what? That's their response, and I don't need to connect to that or worry about that. I have this tool, and I'm now a very serene, calm mind, a superpower that people have inside them, and we're working to release that and open that up and train that through the repetition. And I've got that superpower going, and my response is just that. It's a response that I've had time to prepare my emotional and mental state, so that I'm responding in a very positive way. The last thing before I hop off here is I wanted to talk about a good book. I always mention books that I'm reading and books that I've read. I have an enormous library. I like to keep those books, but I do give tons of books away. I've probably given away 1,000 books at least, and sometimes I buy a dozen copies of something I really like, and we'll give those to people just so they get to experience it, because that opportunity might only be there that one time. So this book, Confessions of a Kamikaze Cowboy by Dirk Benedict, that was this book shifted a lot of things for me, and I won't get into too much detail about it, but it's a book on your own personal health physically. It has a little bit to do with the mental and spiritual aspects of things, but it has to do with eating and how that can play an enormous role in how you feel and how your life is. And Dirk Benedict was a famous actor who played on the A-Team and Battlestar Galactica. And it's a very interesting story because he was in Hollywood and needed to live a very fast-paced life, but he made some big discoveries, and that's all that I'll tell you about that. If you get a chance to find that and read it, I highly recommend it. Anyway, I'm going to get busy with the rest of my day. That's your 60 Seconds to Serenity. I hope that you've enjoyed today's episode, today's quick chat about harnessing your serenity, your 60 seconds to serenity, and using that throughout your day. Use your music. Drink plenty of water. Keep yourself hydrated. And peace, love, and serenity to you today.